Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's lesson. Let's go ahead and go over today's lesson objective. So today we will represent multi-step word problems using equations. All right, let's go over our success criteria. So our success criteria for this lesson is one, I can draw picture models. So this could be something like number bonds or strip diagrams or just pictures to represent everything, to represent the word problem, just to kind of help us visualize what the word problem is asking us. The second success criteria is I can create equations to represent word problems, or I can use equations to solve word problems. All right. Let's go ahead and go into our vocabulary for today. So our vocabulary word for today is word problem. So word problem is a few sentences describing a real life scenario where a problem needs to be solved using math. Okay. All right. Our next word problem is, or I'm sorry, our next vocabulary word, I'm sorry guys, is represent. So represent is to show something in some way, right? So we have these three dots that is represented by the number 3. All right. And last but not least is we have an equation. So equation is a formula that shows two math expressions are equal. So if we have over here, we see our equal sign, right? So both sides of our equation, both mathematical expressions, need to be the same or have the same value. So we have 2 plus 2, that equals 4, right? So 4 is equal to 4. So this is our equation. Two sides of our equal signs are equal. All right, let's get into our word problem for today. So our word problem for today says Aaron has 12 pictures from a field trip and 5 pictures from a party. Write an equation to represent P, the total number of pictures Aaron has. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on that. So we know that Aaron had 12 pictures from the field trip. So I'm going to put this right here. So she has 12 pictures from her field trip. And then from the party, Aaron has 5 pictures, right? And we want to figure out how much she has all together. So if we go ahead and combine 12 and 5, that is going to equal 17, right? So we combine them together. 12 plus 5 is 17. Awesome. All right. Now let's go ahead and write an equation because that's what we want to do. We want to go ahead and write an equation to represent P. And P is going to equal the total number of pictures Aaron has. So if we have P, we know P has to equal something, right? So P has to equal the total number of pictures Aaron has. So she had 12 from her field trip plus 5 from her party. So our equation is P equals 12 plus 5. All right, let's go ahead and go into our next word problem. So our next word problem is saying Aaron has 12 pictures from a field trip and twice as many pictures from vacation. Write an equation, or we're going to write a set of equations to represent P, the total number of pictures Aaron has. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put in a field trip. I'm just going to put down field trip. She has 12 pictures. And then for vacation, Aaron has twice as many pictures from vacation. So that means she's going to have 12 pictures, but she has twice as many because she had 12 from the field trip. So she's going to have 12 plus 12, right? Because she has 2 times as many. Or we can also say 12 times 2, right? And that's going to equal 24. Now we want to find P, which is the total number of pictures, right? So we're going to go ahead and combine 24 and 12 because we want to know how many pictures she had all together. And so altogether that is 36, right? Now let's go ahead and write our equation with P. So again, we want to represent P. So this is actually going to be a two-step problem because first we got to figure out what to do. So we got to figure out how much she had in vacation. So we did 12 plus 12, and that is going to equal 24, right? And then we have to do our next step, which is going to be 24 plus 12, because you have to add the 12 from the field trip. And that is going to equal 36, which is going to equal P. Okay, so that's kind of how we have our equation over here. Another way that we could do it is if we want to go ahead and make this equation. Generally, we'll see equations where we actually don't have the total. This is telling us how to find P. So we'll have 24 plus 12 equals P. And this would be the set of equations to help us solve this problem. All right, let's go ahead and go over our lesson objective. So our lesson objective for today was we represented multi-step word problems using equations. All right, fantastic. I hope this was helpful for y'all. Make sure to look over your lesson or your lesson success criteria, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.